While some millionaires go for luxury private jets, one British entrepreneur has gone for the other extreme. He doesn't go for a Cessna or a Gulfstream, he flies ex-military fighter jets.
How exciting to be able to get into that airplane and shove the throttles forward on what was a formidable jet fighter at one time and take off and be at 30,000 feet and that long and be doing loops and rolls and having all kinds of fun.
This is the green and pleasant Cotswolds in the southwest of England. It's not somewhere you'd expect to see one of these, a Hawker Hunter jet. Ronan Harvey is a self-made millionaire with a passion for fast, powerful fighter jets. He owns not one, but 5 ex-military planes, which he keeps at his very own private airfield.
Well, we've got a collection of ex-military jets. We have 2 two-seat Hawker Hunters and 2 Nat trainers.
His favorite is the Hawker Hunter.
This is my first jet. It's a Hawker Hunter T7. We acquired it from the Air Force back in the early 90s.
But one isn't enough for Ronan.
So this is another Hawker Hunter T7. It's in squadron colours for the RAF. But it's a lot of fun keeping vintage aircraft flying. If we didn't do it, these things wouldn't fly and they'd end up as static exhibits in a museum somewhere.
Ronan made his fortune in children's toys, but he's always had a passion for speed machines. First it was fast cars, now it's fighter jets.
Well, yeah, I joined the Air Force at 16. I was trying to be a pilot, but they wouldn't let me, so I signed up as an engineer. When I left the Air Force, I had a fair amount of gliding experience. I was an RAF gliding instructor, and they still wouldn't let me fly their planes. I've always had a desire to fly fast jets. I mean, I've always wanted to do it, now I can.
Ronan not only collects military jets, he also restores them. He's just completed renovating a 1954 Hawker Hunter at a cost of over $170,000. The Hawker Hunter was the most successful British fighter built after World War II.
The newest jets flashed by, including the supersonic Hawker Hunter Interceptor.
It carried an armory of bombs and rockets and was designed to take out fighters in the air and also attack ground positions, tanks, and land forces. Nearly 2,000 aircraft were built and some were still in service in the 1990s. Ronan's newly renovated Hunter was originally built in the 1950s, and it's taken him nearly 8 years to restore it to its former glory. Today is its maiden flight. Unfortunately, it looks like some typical English weather is going to ruin Ronan's day.
Hopefully, if the weather sorts itself out, we'll be flying later today. We've had just a couple of minor snags on it this morning to sort out, which is pretty standard after a major rebuild.
When Ronan bought the plane, it was a pile of junk. To make it airworthy, he had to replace every nut and bolt and completely rewire it. And no millionaire wants their plane to look like an old wreck, so Ronan had it completely repainted in RAF 92nd Fighter Squadron colors.
This aircraft is now ready to start flying, and probably now, technically, it represents the best sort of restored Hunter in the marketplace.
Finally, there's a break in the clouds and the rain stops. It looks like Ronan is going to get his maiden flight in his new plane. To make sure nothing goes wrong, sitting in the co-pilot seat will be flight instructor Brian Corns.
We're very lucky that Ronan is prepared to put all this money into these classic jets. They cost so much money to run, so we're very lucky that such a rich man can have this hobby, and of course I'm very lucky because I get to fly it as well.
It's the moment of truth. Will a plane that hasn't flown for over 23 years fly? The weather is fine, but sadly the aircraft isn't. It's developed a last-minute problem.
This one's broken. Get me another one, quick.
But if you are a millionaire obsessed by fighter jets, you always have a backup. A second Hawker fueled and ready to go.
These are sort of standard technical problems when you overhaul an airplane, so we're going to get into the black one.
All looks good, no leaks from the undercarriage.
If this one doesn't work, I'm really going to throw a tantrum.
Fortunately, there's no need for Ronan to worry. The engine starts without a hitch. This Hawker Hunter has a Rolls-Royce Avon Mark 122 turbojet engine that produces nearly 8,000 pounds of thrust, the equivalent of 17 Indy cars all revving at maximum power.
Center 01, take off your discretion, runway 26, surface wind 200 degrees, 20 knots.
Ronan takes his Hawker up to 15,000 feet and really puts it through its paces.
It's probably the world's most recognisable military jet. It's got a very classic profile and a very distinctive sound as well. These things are demanding to fly, exhilarating, certainly the most fun you can have with your clothes on.
The powerful engine pushes it to 650 miles an hour. That's nearly the speed of sound. The Hunter spent almost 50 years in active frontline service. Now it's found a new lease of life as the outrageous plaything of a British millionaire.
Hunter 01 with the gear land runway 26, your discretion, the surface wind 200 degrees, 15 knots.
Landing a Hawker Hunter takes a lot of skill. To stop the fighter jet, Ronan must deploy a parachute.
Good shoot. Shoes clear.
For Ronan, the joy of flying makes the cost of owning a fighter jet worth every cent.
This is about as extreme as it gets, and also very satisfying. Lots and lots and lots of fun.
Flying a fighter jet is not your regular pastime, but for Ronan, it's the ultimate thrill. For some millionaires, owning a plane is a fashion accessory or an indulgent hobby. But for a new breed of millionaire, owning an aircraft is their whole way of life.